Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Stoveside Chats. My name is Chad Blackwelder, Food Service Marketing Specialist for the North Carolina Department of Agriculture. Thank you for tuning in today, and thank you for those who are waving. We appreciate that. All right, here's our guest. We're going to go ahead and bring them in.
Hey,
Hey,
Josh.
how's it going?
I'm doing good, sir. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Yes, sir.
You have a beard now. I don't think you had a beard last time I saw you.
That's right. That's my COVID beard.
It looks good. I like it.
Yeah, thanks.
Welcome to the club.
That's right.
Thanks for joining us, man. We really, really appreciate it. For those who are watching, this is Josh Monahan from 1 and 6 Snacks and those awesome Carolina kettle chips. So, Josh, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got this business started.
Yeah. So I grew up in the snack food business. My family was in the peanut business, and I went to school at NC State. Realized I wanted to stay in the snack foods, but do something a little different. And then, as we were thinking about starting a business, we heard about the statistic: 1 in 6 people don't know where their next meal will come from. So we started 1 in 6 Snacks, and we donate from each of our products sold to the food bank. So we've been fortunate to have been doing it for 5 years now.
Wow. And so you started this business when you were still a student at State, right?
That's correct. It was while I was a junior at NC State.
Wow. I guess that was a crash course in business there, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So tell us about what all you guys do now. I mentioned the Carolina Kettle chips. What other brands do you guys have under the 1 in 6 Snacks?
We do Carolina Kettle chips. We have a brand of popcorn called Pine State Popcorn. And then our newest product, we do a brand of cookies called Meemaw's Country Kitchen.
Okay. I love your chips. They're probably some of my favorite potato chips. And
Yeah, thank you.
well, my wife and I live in Sanford, so we're pretty close to Southern Pines, and there's a little place down there called Southern Way.
Oh, yeah.
And great little wine and cheese shop and charcuterie and that sort of thing. And that's where I get my fix for Carolina Kettle chips when I'm down there. And the flavors are great. Now you have 6 flavors: cream cheese and chive, the rosemary garlic, the Outer Banks sea salt, jalapeno queso, the Down East barbecue, the honey sriracha, and the cool. And you also have the dill pickle, the Mama Jen dill pickle, and a cool take on salt and vinegar using balsamic vinegar and salt.
That's right. Yep. That one's actually one of my favorites. It's something we hadn't seen before. We wanted to try something different. And we think it worked out well.
They're delicious. Talk about the Mama Jen dill pickle. What's the reasoning behind the name?
Yeah, so that one is actually named after my grandmother, and she was always pickling, and so we wanted to keep it close to home there and incorporate her name.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about some of the ingredients you guys are using. I know that it's a very natural potato chip. There's not a whole lot added into the mix there. Talk about that and how you guys do some of your sourcing for your products.
Yeah, so the like our number one sellers are Outer Banks sea salt, and that one it's just sunflower oil, potatoes, and sea salt. So that's how we start out with all of our flavors, and then we add different spices to the mix. But we try to keep it as clean as possible. We know that's a big deal for a lot of people.
Yeah, you guys seem to have a pretty clean label with your product. Talk about the journey from the fields to the bag. I mean, what's the process? What's the life of a potato chip?
Yeah, so total shelf life is 6 months, which for a lot of people, that if you're dealing with produce and vegetables, that's a long shelf life. But other shelf stable is pretty short. So you really have to be conscious on that. But we source potatoes. It goes up the East Coast, and when they're available here in North Carolina, of course, that's where we're sourcing. We don't have too many of potatoes, but sweet potatoes, on the other hand, we have a ton of those.
Yeah. Do you guys do a sweet potato chip?
We've done a sweet potato tortilla chip. And then we're actually, looking at adding some other sweet potato options.
Yeah, there's plenty to use up, that's for sure.
That's right.
Talk a little bit about your growing up. You said you grew up in the snack business. I know your folks have the peanut roaster in Henderson. Now, are they just on the retail side, or are they actually growing peanuts as well?
So they don't grow any, but they do all the cooking and the flavoring, and so they do the whole manufacturing aspect, and then they do have a retail store as well. So a little bit about it's very similar to what I do, just peanuts versus potato chips.
Did you know pretty early on, like coming up in that environment, that this is what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I knew I wanted to stay in this realm. Wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. I knew there was a lot of different, options out there, but it's just a really cool space. A lot of the people are nice. I get to talk to people like yourself. They're just, really cool.
That's very cool. And your product is getting some legs to it. It seems to be out there. I was on your Instagram feed, and I saw a guy who reviews chips in San Diego.
Oh yeah.
Who was reviewing some of your chips. What's it like to see that?
It's cool. A lot of people, they'll reach out. They'll say, I've got a page where we do reviews, or and we'd love to send them out to people and get the marketing on that. So it's it's really neat.
Yeah. I also saw that you guys were set up in Fayetteville not too long ago, selling on base there. Talk about that, and do you guys go to other bases in North Carolina, other military bases?
Yeah, that was the first time we had done that, and Carol Warren from our office, she went down there. She was there the whole week, and she really enjoyed meeting everybody there and getting to speak with all the different people in the military. So we're hoping they'll add our products there to the base. To be able to support that, because we know there's a ton of people down there.
Absolutely, and I will. I don't know if I have or not, but I will put you in touch with some of our retail folks who might be able to kind of get the ball rolling in some of those other bases. We work closely with a lot of those folks, and actually we do on the food service side, we do an event every year. We could go down and cook for the troops, so we're going to be taking 4 chefs down there this year, potentially doing. We've kind of talked about maybe a kind of a barbecue concept, kind of pig picking for the troops. So I want to talk to you, maybe get your chips involved in that event, and see if we can get you kind of going down there in the Jacksonville area as well.
Yeah, we'd love to do that.
Yeah, those are a lot of fun. Let's see. Now, I know the folks can go to your website to get all the information about where to buy your product. You're in a lot of stores right now, so I'm not going to ask you to go through that list, but folks, definitely go check out 1 in 6 in Carolina Kettle, the website, and also check them out on Instagram. Now, are you guys shipping direct?
We do. We ship out a lot of stuff to places not near here. We try to deliver or partner with distributors to be able to get it out to people.
Okay, that's good to know. And you guys are doing some variety and combo packs that you can ship out as well, right?
That's correct. Yep. And so you can even choose your own flavors on our website. We do have free shipping on the website as well. So a lot of people that can't come out to our retail store or find somewhere that carries our products, we can ship it right to you.
That's very cool. And also you have some apparel too. I saw you had some T-shirts.
That's right. We do. We have a couple different T-shirt designs. We're looking to do some other stuff, maybe some hats and koozies and that kind of stuff.
People love that sort of thing. We just got some new Gotten to Be NC T-shirts. Maybe we can trade out some of those.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool, good deal. Anything you guys have any new projects or any new products or flavors in the works for 2021?
We're definitely looking at adding some new stuff, but we haven't, put our finger down to be exact on what it is. But we're definitely going to be doing something new.
That's cool. Keep me abreast of that and let me know how I can help. Well, that's it. We're out of time. It goes by really fast, Josh. I appreciate it. And you guys, make sure you're checking out. This is a great North Carolina product. They are a Got to Be NC member. And were you guys at the Flavor Show? last year?
We were, yep.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's why I remember hanging out and eating a lot of those chips for most of that show. But you guys, make sure you check out Josh and 1 and 6 Snacks. They have a great tagline. The tagline is "Doing great, never tasted so good." So just know that when you are buying these North Carolina-made products, who are employing North Carolina folks, a part of those proceeds are going to help feed those who aren't sure where their next meal is going to come from, and that's super important. And Josh, thank you so much for doing that and being a big part of the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for inviting me on today, and anytime, I'll be glad to join you again.
Thank you, sir. I'll talk to you soon. I appreciate it.
All righty, bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys, that was Josh Monahan from 1 to 6 Snacks and Carolina Kettle Chips. Delicious. All their stuff is great. Their popcorn's really good. The Meemaw's cookies are delicious. So make sure you're checking those out. Thank you to Eat Beef NC for joining us, and Bonafide Bake Shop. Mama North, thank you for joining us. And those who I didn't get to, thanks for watching the show. Next week, we're going to have Chef Mark Allison, who is the chef and culinary innovator at Cabarrus Health. He is doing some really neat stuff, so we'll talk to him. And he just put out a book, I think, last year, so we'll get into that. And then the following week is Chef Jamie Barnes from What the Fries food truck. They're working on a brick and mortar restaurant right now, so looking forward to talking to them about that. And then at the end of the month, we have Chef Sam Demonich of Your Farms, Your Table. He's doing great work in his community. Also does a lot of work with Ben's Friends. And again, he was named the 2020 Charlatan of the Year. So Sam is very community minded and really thinking outside the box. So I'm looking forward to having that conversation. So for the rest of the month, we're going to be talking to Charlotte chefs, and then we'll visit different cities and different regions of the state and visit with those chefs as well. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.